I thought I'd very quickly show you some surprising developments. Yesterday evening I went into my local Asda store, and the basket that had been empty for weeks upon end, I think actually since the middle of October to be honest, had got some stock in, so Matchbox. So first one is this one. This is the Austin Healey, the 3000 I think it is. Yeah, 1963 3000 Mark II. This model has a story behind it because if I'm right, the MGB was supposed to be coming out this year, and there was a licensing problem, and I think it was because the Shanghai automotive company owned the rights to that brand, MG Motor, and they couldn't get hold of it. They couldn't do the model for licensing reasons, so I think this one was rushed through because Austin Healey is probably owned by BMW, and Mattel Matchbox have got an arrangement already with that company, so they obviously said, can we do an Austin Healey, and they must have said, oh yes, that would be interesting, and it is. Some details in here. You can see the brake pedals, so the pedals, and you've got the foot mats all moulded into the base. No decent amount of seat in there. That's really peculiar. Don't know why that happened. And a strange colour choice for the plastic insert, which is a sort of gold finish. They've left a sufficient crease mark there so that there can be an attempt to do a two-colour finish, because this car you would be able to get in red with a white section that came down. Check your reference stuff on Google for the car. I'm sure they'll attempt to do a metallic blue and white one, and a British Racing green. This tampo on the back does say Austin Healey 3000. Sorry about my focusing on my camera. They've attempted the brake lights, that's good. And all the moaning about, oh, why isn't the fenders, the bumpers done in chrome? I don't think that really matters. It's too garish for my liking anyway. So this works quite nicely. It's so-so, but I think it's because you attempt something at this scale, the vehicle, it doesn't always come out brilliantly, like the focusing on my camera, as you can see. So let's have a quick look at this one. It is described as a 1956 Jaguar XK140, and it has a rather interesting paint finish, which is a sort of metallic black gunmetal, I suppose. What's made me curious is that this front end looks very much like the Jaguar XK140 casting that was done a few years ago, and the back end does look probably about right for an XK140, but what my issue here is with this model is that, as nice as it is, and a welcome addition to the range, anything that's British, anything that's a bit old, I am wondering why they did it. Because if you were going to do something very much different from the XK120, why not just go full out and do the XK150, which was very different in terms of the way that it looked. So I don't quite understand why they did this. But as I said, I'm not unhappy to see it in the lineup. but it's very close to the XK140 that Matchbox did way back in the early 1980s as well, except of course that had a metal base. So this is a bit of a curious one, and I'll be interested to see what your thoughts are on it. So maybe if Chris sticks this on his video, you could probably put some answers on there, but I think the clue's very much in this boot, or trunk if you're an American. But yeah, it's a very curious one. So there you go. Questions, answers on a postcard rather. Let's have a little look at this one. Now I found out something rather interesting. This is described now as the Navistar Electric van, which is made in America by Navistar, which is international, the truck company. But it was originally a truck that was designed and made in the United Kingdom under the name of Modec. And the man who designed it was the man who designed the London Taxi, the one that came out in the early 2000s. And it was a project which was very much done by the people who made the London Taxi, which was, oh, I can't remember now, but anyway, basically this project went on for a while, and they made trucks in this country and they were used in the UK, but then the project sort of collapsed, financial reasons probably, and Navistar took over the ownership. Sorry about that noise, there's some construction work happening nearby. But anyway, enough of my waffle on it in particular. It's a very interesting model to do, and this is what I like about Matchbox, obviously, apart from being a loyal collector of Matchbox over the many years, is that they pick subjects which are different and challenging. It is not a conventionally attractive vehicle, but it does show that they're being progressive in their thinking, because electric is now, it's not the future, it's happened already. So that's not wind, by the way, not flatulence, that's in fact a drill, masonry drill somewhere else in the building I'm in. I don't know whether there's anything actually inside there. Looks like there possibly is. It might require a lamp to it. God knows. No idea. Anyway, the other thing that's interesting that's come out of this since having a look was that apparently this has appeared with two Matchbox numbers on the bottom. Someone noticed that. I can't remember exactly who, but it has appeared with two sequence numbers, which possibly means that it might be used for something else. I don't know. Who knows? But it's very nicely done, and I do like the Matchbox branding on the side, and all the other details on there, which I don't quite know what all of that is, but it's you know, to try and imitate something real. Shame that the back doesn't open up. In the old days that would have actually happened, but child safety and all the rest of it, boring, means that doesn't work. But I'm sure that there are customizers out there, people like myself, who might have a crack at that one, and in the process of taking it to pieces can find out what actually is moulded in the back there. There is something there. Anyway, it's nice. I like this. It's fun. Very Matchbox. And I'll be interested to see what other designs they do with it. So there you go. That's one of the 5 that I bought recently in Asda. Hornet in the Fire Chief scheme, which I was sure I would never get hold of, but there you go. That's not bad. Nice red. And all these moans about the fact, oh, it should be chrome plated. Well, do you know what? I never really like heavy chroming anyway. If I want it, I'll put it on, paint it on myself. But to be honest with you, I quite like it when it's a bit knocked back. It allows the detail to be seen. So throw stones at me for that, but that's what I think. Which is a Ford Ranchero from 1961. So an interesting paint choice, but I quite like it. Some nice detail work on there with the Ranchero logo. Nice disc wheels, can't go wrong with those. Bit of detail at the back with the Ford name and the brake lights. And yes, I know we haven't got chrome plating, but again, it's not a big deal. And do you really want to have chrome plated interior and bed? Nah. So there you go. These were the models I picked up after this long wait. Many of you might have seen my Instagram account moaning about the paucity of Matchbox models in the UK. Well, we've had another batch, but that still doesn't let off Asda, who are doing an appalling job in terms of consistency. Anybody from Mattel that's watching, if you're watching, I hope you are, please can you get that situation remedied, because it's really not fair on collectors who are spending money on your product. And we're not all children, and to be honest with you, that's why you're doing these models, isn't it, really?
Wow, thank you very much, Mark, for that amazing amount of waffle there. We're going to come back to you later to see what other cars you've been picking up. But in the meantime, I thought I'd show you some of the stuff that I've been finding as well, just recently in Asda. Well, first up, I had to show you this piece here. I'm sure I've got it before somewhere else, but it's got a few interesting situations on it, and I thought I'd share them with you. So let's crack it open and have a look. Okay, so this is the Audi, 94 Audi Avant RS2. Not sure why this one's still in the lineup, given that it's from 1994, but at the moment Matchbox do seem to be releasing lots of retro cars. This is a UK short card or European short card, and there you go. So, well, say bye to that. Lovely artwork. So here's the piece. Now, I do believe I do have this one somewhere, but we don't really need to get it out. I love the number plate on there, still too fast. Nice decals around the front. That's all you need, really. Let's straight out the box. We've got a little bit of a thing, no worries. Across the roof there, lots of lovely details. A very nice piece. Look at those marker lights at the back, absolutely gorgeous. And the depth of casting as well. So yes, it is a nice piece of Matchbox casting and well worth a re-release. If we look on the base, it says a release date of 2006 and a re-release of 2017, so that's 2018 for you aficionados out there. And we also have another date on the bottom there, 2004. So it's had 3 different recastings, and the current recasting includes that pillar in the rear. And I just want to show you a quick comparison of this compared to the new Hot Wheel model. So basically the same scale. So we're going to say it's around about 1/64, which is cool. But the front end there we see the difference between a 2017, actual 2017 car, which is this lovely, lovely piece from Hot Wheels, all the same kind of attention to details, and you can easily see there the age gap is about, what, 20 years difference? Really? Yep, 20 years difference. So it's almost a then and now, actually. And both RS6s, as you can see on the base here. This is the 2017 RS6. So a lovely, lovely piece to have. Just need a blue one now. Get all exciting. Is this recolor of the 1962 Nissan Junior. I think it was originally available in a kind of baby blue, which is still very workaday colorings, but I'm really enjoying this this green actually. I really only picked it up because it was green. I don't know why, I've got a thing for green. It's coming out, so bear with. There we go. Oh, lovely. I don't think I actually got the blue one out of its box, so that's still packaged up somewhere, but this green one is lovely. It really does look the part. It looks like a workaday vehicle, which it basically is. And Matchbox have done a great job again on this piece, just given us the basics, but haven't they done well? Look at that, lovely rear end detailing. Nice bed, nice everything really. Mark was saying to me that he thought this was a bit plasticky. Well, the base is plastic and the interior is plastic, of course, but it's still a metal cast body. Very nice indeed. Possibly the wheels are a bit wide, but other than that, I like it a lot. And I like the fact it's got a hook on the back. So there you go. This one is a winner for me anyway. And that's the new Nissan Junior colouring. A lot of the castings we get in the UK are usually about a box behind America, and I do believe that the new box from Matchbox is out already in America, and I'm looking forward to seeing some the new castings from that box actually, in particular that BMW. But for now, here we are. And yes, I've managed to find this piece. This is the National Parks Fire Service Rescue. It's like a pumper truck of some sort. Kind of goes with all the other fire rescue gear that they do. Looks like an international truck or some sort of Lone Star. Let's get it out and have a look. There she is. Nice lighting on the top, very good. It's all part of the windscreen, of course. Great details on the side. Oh, I wonder what that says. Let's have a look, see if we can zoom in a bit. No, just a little bit of a blur. What about on the other side? No, they got away with that one. And this is truck number 08. Well, it says something on the back there, look, hang on, what does that say? It says satellite communication, brush doctor, blah, blah, blah. Very cool. And to go with this piece, and I was lucky because I popped into my Asda because I am now on the hunt for the latest case. And I want to try and stay on top of that one if I can. I found, ironically, this piece here. Yes, indeed. This is the, well, it's not new. It's new to the UK, though, I believe. I haven't seen this before in the UK. It's the old 5-pack from the National Parks set. and I've been wanting this for ages. I did see it in America a few times and I failed to pick it up. I just wish I'd grabbed it because it was like $5 in America. Yeah, best part of £9 in England. That is scary. But there you go, it is what it is. And I think we'll be looking into this one a bit later.
Just a little supplement to the videos I've just done. I have to say, this is an extremely well done model. You see the transfer work on there? I don't know whether you can. Fernando Valley, which is obviously somewhere, I'd imagine, in California. This is very nice transfer work, decal, tempo printing work. Extremely well done. I presume that's a fire hose that's going from the back arch through the front. Nicely considered. This is what breaks my heart. These models are being designed by a very small team, headed by A. Blugo, very dedicated to what he's doing and his small team, done with all the dedication that, you know, was there with Matchbox when they were in this country, but in a way just not supported enough by the corporation that employs it, basically. I'm not talking about Abe, I'm talking about the Matchbox brand. It's a really nice product. I'm not denigrating the Hot Wheels brand, but I mean, really, Matchbox is hanging on by its teeth and has been for years. This is a nice product. I cannot fail it. For the £2, and that still is actually, you know, less than a cup of coffee these days. That's not bad. And also this one I thought was particularly taken with. That's why I chose them. You know, it's a very nicely done, nicely considered. You know, and like I said, to see that level of detail and consideration put into a £2 toy, because they are still deemed as toys, no matter about us collectors. You know, that's very good. I know it's not Tomica, I know it's not, you know, Greenlight, but they are more expensive and they are sold as models. You know, so really, Mattel, please, this one as well. Extremely well done, the printing. No blurring, nothing's missing. You know, this is, it's good stuff. It really is. So, you know, I don't know what's going on, but these things should be more easily available, and should be marketed better. It shouldn't rely on, you know, individuals like myself and Chris on YouTube. It shouldn't rely on even John Lambert and David Tilley. You know, it should rely more on proper marketing that's suitable for the market that's buying it. Not the market it's aimed at, the market that's buying it. You know, how many adults are buying these? How many collectors are there out there across the globe? Come on, Mattel, you know, just try and get the product to us, and also try and give it a decent amount of marketing, because these things deserve better. So, last word there from the Reverend Mark Amies from Central London, and I shall leave you alone.
It's another piece from my American journey. This is a Matchbox Globe Traveller. Probably not the greatest Globe Traveller model from this series. I don't know if there's a list of it on the back here. This is an international model, 2017. So it's sort of new for this year, I guess. Totally not available in the UK. 65th anniversary. So yeah, it's for this year. I think we're going to have to open it up, have a look, because it is rather tasty. It's a bit of a peg warmer, actually, to be fair. I thought it was going for like $1. Got to the counter and it was $3. Whoops. Right, I've released it from its little prison. There we go. Comes with a fantastic little box. Let's have a look around this little box. So it says 65th anniversary. Oh my God, this is the first time I've seen these actually in real life, so bear with. I'm sure everyone's seen this model umpteen times. Globe Travellers, that's quite apt, actually. So there we go, the Audi R8. Comes from Germany, I should imagine, so this is a little tribute to Germany. Stunning details. Stunning, really. A lovely little piece from Matchbox. It's been coated with, well, probably painted initially with a matte finish, but the whole thing is very matte and looks stunning. Nice red details up front. Very cool model. Now this was a bit, like I said, it was a bit of a peg warmer. There was several of these still sitting on the shelf. I did see that the Mini, and I also, there was the Jeep as well, but out of the three, this is the one I grabbed. Now when I was looking at the shelf, the price on the shelf said like $1, so I thought they were just trying to get rid of them. And I picked up two initially, and I got this actually from the same Walmart that I found the Mustang, the Auto World Mustang in. So I picked up two of these. I thought, what have I got two for? I was going to bring one home for Mark or someone. And then I thought, oh goodness me, I need that Mustang. So I exchanged one for the Mustang. And lucky I did as well, because the price was more than I'd hoped to pay. But this is a lovely little model from Matchbox. It does actually look like it's got the Matchbox rubber tyres on there. I don't recall seeing that kind of tread on a Hot Wheel before. Very nice. Nice little lace wheels. Make out the detail. Matchbox 65th. Very, very cool. Pleased to pick that one up. Can't really say too much about it really. It's just a basic model that's been highly decorated and does look good. Looks a bit special. Awesome.
Little bonus feature. I spotted these on a Facebook group. Someone was selling them, and I particularly like this Matchbox Citroen DS. Not a great fan of the wheel choice on it. They would have been better with the disc wheels, and I've actually made one that was black using the disc wheels, but it's always a bit slightly damaged. And this one here, I remember having this, I think it was in a blue box, so it would have been under the time of Matchbox International. This is Tyco. This is a Tyco release from '93 or thereabouts. So I'm actually going to open these on camera if I can, which will upset the person who I bought them off. But there you go. Look, first time it's been opened since it was in the factory in China. And this one, they do pop open a lot easier, these old ones. Probably the age of the glue, the heat seal. But there you go. Fantastic graphics on there. He said, slightly tongue-in-cheek. It's interesting looking at the different ages of stuff. So there's a, oh goodness me, there's about 10 years, 10-15 years difference between those two. So there we go, these are the models. So this is the Alfa Romeo out of focus. Come on, there you go. Alfa Romeo SZ, Z stands for Zagato. So it's a rather brutish looking thing. The one I had a they masked in and masked over and painted the roof black, as well as the side bits. So that's rather nice, and it has a sprung suspension, a tan interior, quite nice. And here is the Citroen DS, which it's funny, you feel the paint and it's lovely and shiny. Has that squeaky clean feel to it. Citroen DS again, out of focus. Come on. Lovely shiny paintwork. A lovely shiny interior as well, because it's chrome, because they insist on doing that. Shame they can't mask paint it, but there we go. Two rather unusual Continental cars out of their packets after a long time. There we go. Sorry about the radio noise in the background. I've got to listen in for something. Ta-ta for now.